Hi, and welcome to Are We Really Strangers, a podcast all about opening up and telling stories that we keep bottled in ourselves. I'm your host, Sabier Benedico, and today we ask students to come in anonymously and tell stories about advice that they would give their younger selves and how would it have affected them as a person today.
I think I would tell myself to never stop believing in yourself because, right now as a person, a lot of people say I'm very negative, and it's not that I'm negative, I just don't believe in myself as much as I should. So I feel like if I told myself back then, my confidence would be boosted more, and I wouldn't have a problem doing things like I do now, and I wouldn't be afraid to do a lot of things, and I would just have more faith in myself and more confidence.
How do you think that advice you could apply to a scenario in your life? What is one specific scenario that you feel that advice would have really helped you?
A lot of the times it's during school. We get an assignment, and immediately I just look at the paper and I already know I'm not gonna be able to do this, even though I haven't even tried it, and I just give up. I immediately turn off and I just give up and I just don't try, and then and then when I start trying I end up doing it and it was super simple. So I feel I should just change my mindset.
Sometimes the only advice we really need is not to get in our heads as much as we do. We can sometimes overthink and stress ourselves out more than when we really need to, or more than the situation really is. Try to always tackle situations with an open mindset.
I think I would have told my younger self to not always have to try to fit in, and you don't always have to be the coolest or the most popular in the room. Just be yourself. And I think I would have changed to be more confident in myself and not always have to try to follow the trends. I think definitely coming into middle school, I always thought I had to be the person in the room, or I always had to have the most friends, and I don't think that's how you should live your life.
So if I had to give advice to my younger self, it would probably be to tell him that things would change. Things wouldn't always be the way they were at that time, and that you're going to grow from your experiences, and you're not always going to be stuck in the situation that you are in. I had a family member pass when I was really young, and they were my caretaker at the time. I didn't spend much time with my parents, so when they died, it was something that I thought I was never going to recover from, and in that period of time, I would have really loved to know that things were going to change for the better. I know it's very cliche to say, but things do get better eventually, and I think that's something to live by. It's not always going to get better when you think it is, but things happen for a reason, and I think that's something that I could have really used when I was a child.
For our younger selves, hard times in life feel like they will never end, or they are the end of the world. But as we grow up and mature as people, we get a better understanding of why they happened. And also a reminder that there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel, for these experiences are what make us stronger people every day.
I feel something I would tell my younger self is to stick it out. Things do get better. It feels like the end of the world in the moment, but things do get better. And always look for the bright things. Don't always focus on the negative, because that will just cause a lot of anxiety. It'll stress you out, and you don't need that, because it won't benefit you in any way.
Was there a certain time or place that you really could have used that advice in your life?
I feel there's many moments like that, but I feel the main one would have been during my parents' divorce. Any child of divorce can agree, when they tell you, it feels the worst thing. You feel your whole world's ending, because it kind of is. But you have to realize that it is for the better. It's something between your parents. It's not your fault, and it's for the better. They're doing it thinking of you. So yeah, just try not to blame yourself too much.
Now that you have overcome all of this, what is something that you would go back and tell yourself?
Try not to be too upset, because I, for one, was really mad at my dad. Why? Don't know. But we have gotten closer lately, and I'm really happy, because my mom would talk to me. She's you need to get closer to your dad, because every girl, in any situation, needs their dad. So I was really upset with him, but
now we're just chill and we text every now and then.
That wraps up this week's episode. I'm glad that we were able to share the advice we would have given our younger selves. This experience has been one of a kind. We all wanted to rewind life, but I think we need to learn to focus on what we can do better in the future instead of frozen in the past. And truly, are we really strangers if we all experience this feeling?